7.
All right.
Yo, God bless, man.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna make this quick. Like, the first question I actually got is, when it comes to the mysteries and stuff, would you guys have any ideas of making it like more real life in terms of allowing people to do their own mystery and submit it to you guys? And if they submit it to you and you think it's good enough, make a show out of something that the fans created. That'd be crazy if you guys did something like that.
That is a great idea. That is the basic premise of the show, and like a lot of times we want the mysteries to seem either like half-baked or like, you know, just they don't make enough. They're just like dumb things like, I gotta clean out my garage, can you help me? Yeah. And it's like, so that would be very funny. I do know that the lawyers at Warner Brothers would immediately stop us from doing that, and they would say, no fans, can't submit anything, they'll sue us. So, you know, that's what's, it's a little disappointing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't make the world write your scripts for you.
Right.
But it's a good idea.
All right, cool. Respect that.
So, yeah.
Was there anything that you guys had Mike Tyson or any of the other cast do that was just extreme? Like you felt it was a real stretch that it even made it into the show? You guys really enjoyed doing?
You know, so far we've done 10 episodes, and it takes a while to even get your bearings as to what the show really is, so that you go, oh yeah, that's a good one, or yeah, that moment is like that other moment that we did. You know, it just takes a while for you to get your bearings and feel like, you know, the rhythm of the show is something that makes sense, that we would all think is respond to. That takes enough time that just getting that part is the most important thing. And luckily, nothing did, to me, I think a good thing was nothing did feel crazy or weird or like, I think I would regret it the day I thought, I just made Mike do something super extreme and he looks unhappy. I think I would live to regret that day. Exactly.
No doubt.
But he throws himself into everything. Like, he's not like an ex-athlete who's just like, look man, I want to be cool, I don't want you to make fun of me. He does not give a shit about any of that. He goes whole hog on this thing, and he's like, he's a guy who's at his core so secure that he's trusting, and he's like, you know, I trust you guys to make a good cartoon, to be funny, and he just tries to be a good actor, and it is great. It is a blessing, because he could easily not be that way, and feel I'm insecure about this, so I'm gonna be, my guard is up and be controlling, and he's like, he's not at all. It's a joy to work with him. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Can you give us like kind of like the origin story of like how this all went down?
That is the number one Mike Tyson mystery. And I don't know the answer. And every time I go to do one of these things, I feel like a liar. Because each time it's like I'm not sure how it came about. I think Mike came to Warner Brothers, and I think Mike wanted to be in a cartoon. And then I think it was just like process of elimination. Like, all right, what do we do well? And Warner Brothers, they can execute that Scooby-Doo style so well, because that's what they do. They have a lot of the people that worked on those Hanna-Barbera cartoons still drawing. So it's like, it's the real deal. You know, it's not like a parody that kind of looks like it. It's like, it is it. It is it, yeah. And I think that was great, and then it was like I don't know who even coined the phrase Mike Tyson mysteries. I remember thinking like, I don't know anything about mysteries, I don't know how to write mysteries, I don't want to write mysteries, and I think people that know how to write them get paid a ton of money to do it, and it takes them like a year, and they write a fucking novel. Yeah. They don't write 10 and have Mike Tyson in it. So like immediately I was like, well, we'll make it about pigeons and people sending messages and they need help. And then if there's a mystery, you know what? You get extra points. But, you know, that's how we got out of it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So what do you feel like it's about the show that will resonate well with viewers?
I think it looks like something that we all like. It really does look like those old Scoobies.
It's got that familiar feel.
Yeah, it's got, and it's like
a classic.
Yeah, it looks like a classic.
Has a retro look to it.
Yeah, and it's without being too much like, oh, here we go, like only men in their late 30s are gonna get this. It's like, it's a good group, the cast, and that's luck. We didn't, you know, we're not geniuses. You have to cast the right people, but they have to be available. We got Norm Macdonald, and we got Jim Rash, and they really are. They complement Mike really well. And then Mike Tyson happens to be incredibly compelling. And then hopefully this show, it's not jokey. So Mike doesn't have to deliver lines like we would if it was like a CBS sitcom. Like he doesn't have to walk in on a set and act like he's the, you know. He can be what I feel like we all want, which is like slightly a wrecking ball that's slightly under control. But sometimes it slips out of control. And it's like you go, oh, let's get in the car, let's get in the car.
For now, maybe for the future, is it possible to see any celebrity cameos or maybe even some fantasy cameos? Because we actually finished talking about Brock Sampson versus Mike Tyson.
Who did Mike did?
No, we were off the table.
I was, you know, I'm like, I always think like the reason that those old shows had celebrity cameos is because they were so formulaic, they didn't know what else to fucking do. So it was like, oh Jesus Christ, we got to write another one of these. Let's have the Harlem Globetrotter show up. But having said that, I think what's great about we play Mike real, so it's like he's a celebrity, even on our show. So like if they go somewhere, Mike knows people, and he knows famous people, and so it makes sense that he would mix with them from time to time. And you know, like on our show, he has an agent, and the agent is like, you know, yo Mike, we got to get you to a book signing, and it's like I'm in the middle of a mystery. You know, and the agent's like, Jesus Christ, how many of these mysteries we got? You know, they don't pay any money. This is all. So it's like we can flirt with the grounded real world we live in, where Mike would know, and people could make celebrity cameos. But we've already had, you know, Jonathan Banks, who's like on Breaking Bad, plays the central part of a mystery of one. I'm trying to think of who else we had. Some other famous people, right? Maybe not. Maybe just Jonathan Banks. But it's like at the end of the day, everyone is like, "Oh, you're gonna have famous." In most of the shows, it's like you cast a famous guest star, but we already have the most famous guy on the planet as the lead. So who gives a shit if you have, you know, the star of the day?
We're good.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.